ẹ ǹlẹ́ o ìyàwó Enitan, ẹni tó nítàn tí ń tàn káàkiri bíi fìtílà fún gbogbo ọmọ aráyé, tí ọlá ìtàn yìí sì jẹ́ ìrètí fún gbogbo ọmọ mẹ̀kúnnù pátápátá. Iná ìtànná tí ń tàn lélédùmarè fi gbé yín ládé la fi ń pè yín ní Adéọlá, ọmọ aládé tó fi gbogbo ara ṣọlá, tó jáwé gẹṣin oyè, tó gẹṣin ọlá, ẹni tó lọ́lá tí ń ṣọlá orí adé. Lẹ́yìn lẹni ayé ń kẹ́ la fi ń pè yín ní Àjọkẹ́, ẹni àjùmọ̀kẹ́, ẹ̀yin lọ́mọ aládé tó dáná òfin tí kì í rúfin. Nílé bàbá yín ṣe ń jẹ́ iṣẹ́ òfin nílùú Èkó arómi sálẹ̀ gbẹlẹ̀gbẹ́. Kẹ́ ẹ gbó, kẹ́ ẹ pẹ́, kẹ́ ẹ má ṣe fọjọ́ ọlọ́jọ́ lọ, kí gbà lé yín máa lé, káwo lé yín máa lé, kíbi má ṣe ṣẹlẹ̀ sí yín.
Ẹ̀yin ọmọ aládé tó dáná òfin tí kì í rúfin. Ilé bàbá yín ṣe ń jẹ́ iṣẹ́ òfin nílùú Èkó. Ó wọlé wá, ìdẹ̀ra tún ti dé o.
Every name carries a story. Enitan. In Yoruba, it means a woman of story. Adijat Adeola Okuyelu has lived her name. A story is not written only in books, but in lives transformed. Our life is a story. A story, a legacy. From Queen's College to the University of Greenwich, Adijat pursued knowledge with quiet determination. Accounting and finance became a language, but purpose was always her voice. She became a chartered management accountant, laying the foundation not just for numbers, but for vision.
My corporate work is in England, and I work for a company called Adijat Associates. And I remember the first day I walked into the office, the mission at that point really captivated me. And then it was called Unlocking People's Potential. And that meant so much to me, and the values the company abides by, the principle in which we operate with, the human capacity that we unleash and unlock. I think all of that has really galvanized who I am today and who I've become, and what propels things I do.
At Maynard Lee Associates, she did not just manage figures, she shaped vision. As Director of Finance and New Global Initiatives, Adijat championed ideas that transformed how people lead, how people grow. Adijat brings soul to strategy. She's not just changing systems, she's changing hearts. This is a feedback from a professional colleague describing her as a farmer, a tool maker, and a leader. What began as a love for baking grew into Crusties Bakery, a social enterprise where passion meets purpose. For Adijat, every loaf, every cake, every pastry is more than food. It is empowerment, dignity, and opportunity.
My love for baking was unleashed about 22 years ago when I got pregnant for Tommy. I think pregnant women get into weird things. My weird thing was baking. I didn't realize I had this passion, creative energy or possibility in me. Remember, I'm an accountant, so I have quite a structured mind until I discovered this, and it changed my world. Art de Gâteau was birthed, and I made loads and loads of cakes. It was mainly done by myself, my husband, and my nanny, and a few people that I was also able to train in the house. It was a house business, and I was doing that alongside with my accountancy job. It grew and it grew until there was a decision point. I had to do something about the growth of this passion. And it was very clear to me that my real passion wasn't just about baking, but it was also using baking to support others to learn. My decision was to focus more on my corporate work in England, and I decided to take my passion for baking back to Nigeria, where I could support others with what I had learned, and that's where Crusties began. And Crusties is a community-based bakery. The focus there is to support young talent with the art of baking, the concept of it, and to create opportunities for others to learn and to enjoy the art.
I started working here 2 years ago. I remember when we came here for the first time, this place was really run down. There was nothing happening. It was like completely deserted. And she looked at it and she was like, we can do something here. Let's do something here. Let's put this. Let's do this. Let's do this. And she was like, okay. And she was like, you're going to manage this. I'm like, okay.
Talking of Crusties Bakery, how we opened in 401, is something that gives me joy. Whenever I look back, I give a flashback about how we opened Crusties Bakery. You know, we started with just 10 kg. I can remember then, we started with 10 kg, and now we are doing multiple bags of flour now, and all to the glory of God. Crusties Bakery is not even created because of our own self-interest. Crusties Bakery is being created, is being established because of, you know, as a baker that she is, you know, her joy is to see people eating what she produced. You understand? Her joy is to see people eating what comes out from our bakery. There is a lot of dreams that has been achieved, and there are some dreams that we are still pursuing to achieve. And we create a platform for people that wants to learn how to bake. We have our academy as time goes on. You know, we open our own academy. You know, a lot of people have come to our academy to learn how to bake, and a lot of them have their own small shops and company that they are earning for themselves. One thing about Crusties Bakery is that you can never regret working in Crusties Bakery. Those that have learned here so far, they have different testimonies giving out to us, reaching out to us, thanking us, you know, for choosing Crusties Bakery as a place whereby they learn their skills. We have some staff that they've never come across flour before in their life, so we pick up staff. Me as a experienced baker, experienced chef, you know, my happiness is seeing me like putting my skills in people's, training people on how to bake, on how to do a lot of things, be skillful when it comes to baking aspect. And I have a lot of serious bakers. I call them kid bakers. They come here knowing nothing. I'm telling you today, they are also a skillful baker. Crusties Bakery have produced a lot of bakers as far as I'm concerned. that I cannot even mention.
Time I come from Crusties place, I do not know anything. I'm an apprentice. But now I'm not a baker. I can bake sandwich bread, I can bake food bread, all thanks to Crusties place.
I started working in Crusties about a year ago, and then when I first started, I don't know anything about baking or pastries. But now I can brag that I can do different pastries, I can do different things. I can even work in the bread department too, all thanks to Crusties.
I came to Crusties Bakery here as a housekeeper, but now today I'm a chef. I can cook jollof rice, fried rice, spaghetti, marinate chicken and grill. All thanks to Crusties place.
They adopted me here as a Crusties baby, and when I came here, I don't know anything about bread or pastry, but now I can bake anything. So I can bake sardine bread, I can bake food bread. Thank you, Mama, for accepting me as Crusties baby.
I have known Miss Adi for 2 years plus, and I remember when I first met her, I was not a manager, nor was I even in a position to be a manager. I had things I was going through then, and she kind of looked at me. I was like, don't worry, we'll make you work. We'll make you work actually meant we'll make you work, because she's the kind of person that would pressure you into being the best person you can possibly be.
Through secured programs, Crusties has trained hundreds, giving them skills in baking, cake designs, and business management. For many, it was the first step towards independence.
So she impacts the society by helping a lot of us that would have been in a wrong place and put us in a position where we can actually do better for ourselves and also for our families too. And not just us, yeah. She does like this children's party every end of the year. Like we throw one of the biggest, in fact I would say the biggest children's party within Festag every December, and she puts in a whole lot into doing that, more than what she gets out of it, because she does it for the joy of bringing the children together, putting them in a safe space where they can have like awesome fun. It's a place where you would actually like to be, even as an adult. Like she brings out the inner child in her on that day, and even every single one of us, we bring out the inner children in us on that day too, because everywhere is just God, I would love you to experience it.
Like Enatta, Crusties is built on inclusion. Adijat ensures that women, such as single mothers, less educated individuals, and struggling youths are trained, empowered, and supported to start their own micro enterprise. A bakery, yes, but also a classroom, a workplace, and a bridge to better life. This is the heart of Nigeria's fishing communities. Rich with tradition, resilient, but burdened with silent struggles. Women hold the lifeline of food security, yet work with broken tools, face harsh environments, and have little or no access to financial support. It is in these waters that the Enatta Foundation was born.
Seeing the potential in fisher women, these women who are extremely hardworking, the center of the food basket in Nigeria, and actually globally. But most of the time, people don't realize how many they are and how key they are in driving the output of fish industry. Most people think this industry is powered by men, but I'll tell you something else. A lot of these families are women. A lot of these practitioners are women. They're not just fisher women, they're also processors. They're also those that take fish to the market to sell. So in terms of the whole value chain, they are dotted with women across them. But many of them are very, very impoverished. Many of them find it very difficult to actually sustain their families through the work, and many of them and their generations also in this trade. So I think for me, it was just a no-brainer when I discovered their plight. It started off just being a donation to empower them with a boat or two. And then it just began. And my friends joined me. Many of them gave me money. I bought 2 boats for one community. And today we've gotten about 18 boats for about 9 communities. We've empowered over 3,000 women with different initiatives. And every single time I go to one community, another community, I am so encouraged by their joy, the joy I see in their hearts, that finally perhaps somebody can see them. You know, just even being seen has already given them hope. Hope has already been restored. The joy of the trade has come back. And yes, so I am very blessed to have discovered this mission, I think, of mine. And I am also grateful that I have the capacity, I think, to be able to support these women to a greater height.
She needed a lot of periwinkles. So I sent some of the pictures of these fisherwomen to her. And she told me that she saw the picture, and the people that she saw in the picture are not healthy and they are not okay the way she thought they would be. This caught the attention of Mrs. Adi, and she pushed aside what she actually came to do with the periwinkles women. She pushed it aside, and she was concerned about the way they look, their health-wise, even the inputs that they make use of to get those periwinkles.
When we were packaging this periwinkle, we were using 2 boats, and the 2 boats were leaking, whereby they saw us, like 5 or 6 women, will be inside one boat. We'll be packing water inside the boat. But when Enatta saw us, they sympathize on us that we are suffering by 5 or 6 women using one boat, and the boat is already leaking. She now came to us in Akoka Isale, Bariga here. She came to the women, she spoke with us, and she built 2 boats for us. Every one of us now, we have each canoe that we are taking to the river to pack the periwinkle and the fishes and crayfish. So we thank her. We pray that God will continue to giving her more strength, more wisdom and understanding for caring for the women in Lagos State.
Bàtí àbẹ̀rẹ̀ àárẹ̀tì ọkọ̀, màá rẹ̀tì ọkọ̀ ni. Màá rẹ̀tì ọkọ̀, wàhálà ni. N bá fẹ́ lọ mú pàápàá, màá ṣe wàhálà kí n tó lọ mú. Ọ̀dọ̀ àwọn èbùn ni mo ti rẹ̀tì ọkọ̀. Bẹ̀tì àtìgbà tí Enitan tó ti kan ọkọ̀ fún wa, mi ò tún ṣe wàhálà.
We used to have some challenges about ice block is very expensive and all of that. Like where we are going to get it from is very far and all of that. Now that we met her, she really did well for us. She gave us freezer and also a box. We used to stock we used to do ice. There is ice block inside the fridge, why we used to use it to process our fish inside the box. It used to last us like about 2 to 3 days. I really appreciate her. And also this money matter, we really appreciate. Like everything we are selling, the gain, and everything we use is inside the book.
Having teja, broku, ibi tá ń gbé broku sí, edé, akàn, gbogbo ẹ̀. Activists àti fún mi ọpẹ́ fún ọ. Ó ṣe pípọ̀ o.
At the heart of Enatta is the 5E model: explore, empower, equip, eradicate, expand. Not just strategy, but a lifeline. From the boat project to the prawn catchers initiative, from solar-powered freezers to financial literacy programs, every step is towards dignity and freedom. In just 2 years, Enatta has touched over 1,900 lives across Ilaje, Ebute, Oworonshoki, and Agboyi. Boats distributed, societies formed, clean energy reducing post-harvest losses by 50% through the Money Matter program. Households are finding stability and hope.
She also made cooperative for them so that they can have voice at ministry level, at Lagos State Ministry of Agriculture. He formed cooperative for them. He paid the cost of those cooperative. He paid for all the money they needed to establish cooperative. Right now we have 8 cooperative along the landing site at mainland, and not only that, they were able to key into the Fadama program, which without this cooperative they cannot be assisted. And through this Fadama, the fishermen at Isalakoka were able to have individual boats, which has increased the production that they have over there, and it has improved on the livelihood of these fisherwomen.
This is not just charity, it's a revolution of hope. These women are leaders. They are entrepreneurs. They are the future of food security. All they needed was someone to believe in their story, and that is what Enatta exists for. Enatta Foundation, building stories of strength, one community at a time.
Firstly, I just want to thank God. I want to give Him all the glory for the grace, the sense of purpose, and helping me stay grounded. The truth is, without God, I can't do anything. So all glory to Him. And I also want to say a huge thank you and a shout out to my soulmate, my friend, my grounding infidel, that's my husband, Wale. I want to say thank you for all that you do behind the scenes, for the support, the encouragements, for the partnership, for being the sounding board, for being the taskmaster sometimes, for also filling the gaps. Sometimes when I'm in Nigeria, I have to be there and helping ensure that the home front keeps ticking. Thank you for your kindness. Thank you for all that you do. I am grateful. And I just also want to say that what also helped me keep grounded are my incredible army of friends and supporters, my mentors that I go to in times of curiosity, query, or challenge. Yes, there's an army of them. So yes, I think I'm well supported. I have a army of people around me, and I just want to use this opportunity to say thank you. So what's next, I hear you ask? Well, there is a lot coming. I think I've often shared this with my partner in Maynard Lee, that even the work we do within Maynard Lee, I still believe we are the world's best kept secret, and the world needs to know the amazing work we do in empowering people, on helping them have their voice, creating stages for them to play on, and becoming greater leaders. So there is more in that space. There is also more, I think, capacity that I have in Enatta Foundation, in raising the profile of women, empowering women. Because there is a saying that says, you empower a woman, you change a community. I mean, I love you guys, but I think women have a lot to play in social change, in economic transformation. They are the maker of homes, and I think a lot can also be achieved through sustainability, through empowering women. Not in terms of feminist agenda, but just about unlocking the potential that has been hidden for a long time because of, I guess, some of the weaknesses we bring. But in that weakness is also power. In that weakness is diversity of capability. And I think I would love to do more in that space. So I'll ask you to join me as we empower women. And it's not just about Nigeria, it's also here in England. Women in transition, whether it's homeless women or people or females that do not think they can fit into a certain culture or a certain environment.
Adijat Adeola Okuyelu. Enitan, a woman of story. Her name lives in the women who paddle new canoes, in the hands of bakers she has trained, in families restored with hope. A story is their story, and it continues. Adijat Adeola Okuyelu. Enitan, a woman of story.
We love Mrs. Adi. I love Mrs. Adi personally because she has impacted a whole lot in me.
After God, my mom, she is the next person. I call her the GOAT, meaning greatest of all times.
I would like to say a very big happy birthday to you. Thank you so much for being a blessing to us.
Thank you so much, Mama. Thank you. Happy birthday to you, Mama.
Happy birthday to you, Mama.
Happy birthday, Mama.
From all of us at Crusties.
Happy birthday, Mama!